Whoa, we look different. Hey guys, what's up? It's Rachel. I'm back again with a new video. I'm here with a very, very special guest.
Oh, hello. My name is Joseph, and I'm the twin brother.
So essentially for this video, I called it Twin Tag 2.0. So let's get to it.
Favorite memory together?
My favorite memory of us two was when we lived in one of our old houses back in Northampton, and we had a little cell phone, a brick phone, and we'd always go around because we never had phones at the time. We didn't have Wi-Fi, we didn't have anything. Asking our mom like, can we borrow the phone? Can we borrow the phone?
Play snakes.
Exactly. What we do, we go around the house. The house was massive. So what we do, we go around the house and start filming vlogs, doing house tours. We started doing random flips and tricks on the. We started doing random dances as well.
Oh my gosh.
I remember that time I had a bowl haircut, I had split teeth. I was talking right in front of the camera.
And I was taller than him.
She was taller than me by 4 inches, always 4 inches. It was hilarious, even watching back. And I even remember we have mini conversation. Oh yeah, Aisha Bucks. There was this news reporter on the TV. Her name was Aisha Bucks. And I kept repeating it over and over because the feature allowed you to pause. I was like Aisha Bucks and then said it in different ways. I used to do it all the time. It was hilarious. But yeah, that was one of the best memories. The karaoke. Oh.
It's not even a favorite memory, it was just embarrassing. So, growing up Filipino, when we were younger, we were taken to these like big Filipino parties. I remember our mum, she was really like prompting us to just like perform or something. We love you, mum. Yeah. But there was one where I refused and I was like, no, I don't want to go on stage. What I remember was that we were on a high stage, everyone was just in the crowd below. Next thing I know is that we're just
stamping our feet like this.
Just stamping our feet, and everyone was like, ah! They were all so happy for us, but we were just stomping our feet. I didn't understand what was going on.
We got given prizes as well, so that's all I remember. Whenever you danced or did something good, you'd always get a wrapped up prize.
As a child.
Exactly.
If we were doing it now, everyone would be like, what are you doing?
One thing you can do well that the other can't.
Cook. She can cook.
Yeah.
But one other thing, you've always been more organized.
For me, one thing that Joseph can do better than I can, simply all the performing aspects of performing. Singing. I mean, I can sing, but I'm just not as confident as him. Acting, definitely. Dancing. He's more of the theatrical part, whereas I'm more of the cooking part.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who would win in a basketball match?
I'd say that's debatable.
Well, yeah, I mean, a lot of times when people do play us, we get called one person because he's better at dribbling, I'm better at shooting.
Are you closer now or when you were younger?
Well, I would say we were closer when we're younger, and then when we reached around like 16, 17, 18, that was when we started drifting. Inevitably, because we were going to different colleges at that point, our lives were just in two different directions. But now, we can both agree that we are closer now than ever before.
Name something that the other one couldn't have lived without growing up.
I know exactly what Joseph couldn't live without when we were growing up. Our mum got us like little toys. There were cats. One of them, original, was called Brother Cat.
Wow.
And the other one I had was called Sister Cat. And so he could never live without this toy called Brother Cat. We were like 11, those field trips that you do in high school. We went to Wales and Joseph was sitting at the back of the minibus. Left him like on the seat, like perched on the seat, like right here. When we left, it was gone. We couldn't find it. We looked behind the seats, completely vanished.
I cried, I remember.
He was crying. That's how attached he was to this toy. Yeah, so we lost it. Not we lost it, I lost it, and he got really sad. But then a few years later, however, our mum bought us a new version.
Much slimmer.
Yeah. He lost weight when he got lost.
Yeah. Our parents, whenever they got one thing for one person, they'd always have to get the same thing or a similar thing to the other. Mine was the cat. For you, it was the blanket, the pinky blanket. Like, my blanket broke, like it was in shreds. But then like with you, it's like you could never sleep without it.
Oh my god!
It would always just be folded up. I don't know why, like a blanket. Like, I don't get it.
It was called Pinky.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my god.
That's the thing that she could not live without.
What is the one thing that has changed about the other person as they've grown older?
One thing that has changed a lot in Joseph since we've grown up is definitely his outlook on life. He looks at things differently, he looks at things with a more, I would say, a lighter perspective, with a lighter lens. He sees the good in things, which is what I appreciate about him a lot. Trying to see the good out of a situation, something that he's definitely changed in since growing up.
One thing that I feel that Rachel has changed in is communication. Communication is a big thing, because I remember always coming home and sometimes we'd never talk.
True.
But now it's like she's always like asking how you doing. It's not into myself, it's to other people. She was much quieter. Her confidence was so low. But now she doesn't have one best friend. She has like 5,000. Like I don't know where I'm on that list, but like she's grown in her confidence so much. That's no exaggeration. Like I can remember who she was before and how she is now. She's so confident now.
Who is the funniest?
I think we'll leave that question to you guys.
Yeah. Leave it in the comment section below who's funnier, because
it's clearly me.
I'm gonna let you guys say that. She's been a bit too confident, yeah.
Wow.
The silliest questions that you've been asked about being twins.
Can you read each other's minds?
If I punch you, can the other one feel it?
Are you identical?
When is your birthday?
Who is the youngest?
The most common thing or phrase that the other one says.
So this is my answer for Joseph. Oh my days!
This is my one for Rachel. Bruh.
If someone were to record me of every time I said
Bruh, you're like bruh.
How do people distinguish that we're twins?
One is puns, because they say, oh, the jokes are so bad. I'm like, don't blame me, blame my sister. They say the same thing, they're like, you're the exact same as your sister, but just in a boy version.
Yeah.
Like they say to one another, oh, you're so much worse than your brother, or you're so much worse than your sister. It just depends who.
Yeah, we have the same humor.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
And yeah, so like linking to what he said, a lot of people identify or like distinguish us as twins because of the way we like react to things or the way we say things. Like our hand gestures can tend to be like very animated sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you ever thought what it'd be like if we weren't twins?
Lonely. Be lonely, like, of course, because
That went deep real quick.
it's really hard to think what it's not like to be a twin, because you're so used to having been a twin.
That is true.
Like, one other thing I know, I'd be really greedy. I'd be really spoiled because it's just me. Like, I'd never have to think of someone else. Having a twin has really helped me see what it means to really give to someone else.
Yeah, I mean, I'd definitely be lonely. Yeah, similar to what Joseph said, I'd be constantly revolving around myself. We wouldn't be making this video if we weren't twins. Joseph's always been the one that encouraged me a lot when we were growing up. Always had each other's backs. Even though sometimes like growing up I could like hate him after an argument over the smallest of things, but
Even when it comes to like dance routines.
Oh my gosh, I remember I got so annoyed at one point and I hit him in the nose and he got a nosebleed.
Describe a time you felt overwhelmingly happy for the other one.
When she got baptized and became a Christian. Bang! That's literally it.
A time that I felt overwhelmingly happy for Joseph was when he performed a rendition of Great Expectations and he had a leading role.
Yeah.
I just felt so happy, I cried, literally.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I was crying. I was so happy. He was doing what he loves. I was just so proud of him because I remember when in high school he was essentially like bullied for loving acting, for loving drama. It was beautiful. That's why I cried.
It was very special. Like, I've never seen her break out in tears like that. Ever.
And even like during college, because he would have numerous performances, and because of my college schedule, I was so busy I could never make it to any. Just seeing this one, especially since it was his exam for his second year, it was like, wow.
What's a sneaky thing you did when you were younger that the other doesn't know?
When we were younger, whenever we got cake or food or our dad made egg, now I don't do this anymore. I always ask Rachel to do it all the time now. I always ask her to cut.
Oh, that's why. Now I know.
Because I'd always cut the biggest slice, so I'd take more just sneakily, just even if it was a few crumbs. If it was cake, I would take a big chunk. If I knew she was gonna get the chocolate neck spread, I would always make sure I have a bigger one. I would also make sure I have bigger bigger chunks, or even if it's a chocolate spread, everything to do with chocolate, I would always get more.
Multiple occasions when Joseph would be looking for something around the house, because when Joseph was younger he was messy. He would be complaining about trying to find something, and I'm like, okay, just clear your stuff, you'll find it. But then he'd be like somewhere else in the house, and I'd stumble across what he's looking for, but I wouldn't tell him. I would just leave it to where it is, and I'll just like, I'll find it himself, it's fine.
Ah, that's gut wrenching. I didn't even know that. Oh.
I remember finding like a notebook or a hat or his like old phone. I'm like, oh, it's okay, just like leave it.
Ah. Wow. Wow.
Where'd you see the other one in 5 years' time?
For you, traveling the world.
I mean, that's a dream.
Traveling the world constantly. So she loves editing as well. Maybe like doing a travel blog, inspiring others, of course. Help other people out with her story. Doing vlogs as well. Still doing this, but like on a bigger scale. Anything to do with technology, she's there. And that's gonna help her travel the world.
Cool. I might definitely see him not in London. Doing several acting gigs abroad for like TV commercials. Bigger things than he's doing now, honestly. I feel like, because your love for acting is evident. I really feel like you're going to take that a step further and impact people in that way by your conviction in what you're doing, like what roles you take and stuff like that. You're going to really change. I feel like you're really going to change the acting industry.
Complete the statement. My twin brother sister is.
My twin brother is compassionate.
My twin sister is one of a kind.
Hey guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video that we did, Twin Tag 2.0. Just, yeah, looking forward to what other videos I'm going to do with my brother. Please comment below anything, literally anything.
Who's funniest?
Yes, all of those. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned more about myself and about my brother. Thank you again for just supporting me on my new journey. And yeah, looking forward to what other new creations are going to come about with this. Please subscribe, please like this video, share it, continue being a part of my journey with me.
Yep.
Stay strong, you're all beautiful, and I love you all so much. Bye!